Hi everybody, David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. We're heading into an Easter weekend where there is a rain chance, and for the past several days we've been forecasting perhaps a wet Easter Sunday. The closer we look at this, and now we're getting into where we got the high-res models are coming in, and I'll show those to you in just a moment, but the high-res models, you know, they're kind of backpedaling on the rain chances for Easter Sunday. They do bring in rain and some thunderstorms for the evening on Easter, but I think that may be closer to sunset and after sunset on Easter. So if you have family plans Easter morning, we might get away with only a slight rain chance Easter morning and see the rain chances pick up later in the day and into the evening. Here's the way the headlines stand as we go into it. Saturday, warm, humid, and windy. Much like it was on Friday, again, tomorrow on Saturday, warm, humid, breezy. There will be an isolated shower chance on Saturday, but rain chances 20% or less on Saturday. Sunday, scattered showers return, but again, I think it's later in the day that they become most likely to get you wet. It is going to be the beginning of a wetter weather pattern. The humidity is going to come in. We'll look at that. It's going to feel like late spring weather for sure next week with rain chances as a frontal boundary becomes stalled and we get a daily rain chance each day going into next week. In fact, here are those rain chances over the next 5 days. Saturday, just a 20% chance for a shower. Sunday, I've got a 60% rain chance in there, but I think most of that comes late in the day and maybe after sunset on Sunday evening. And then still a 30% chance for showers on Monday, Tuesday, 70% rain chance on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, actually looks like the next more widespread chance for rain and maybe some stronger storms. That'll be on Wednesday. We're watching that day carefully. As far as the broad brushed picture for Easter weekend, here it is. Saturday, warm, breezy, 20% chance for a shower. We go to a high of 86. It's a nice day on Saturday. Easter Sunday, off and on scattered showers during the day, a better chance for wider spread rain going into the evening on Easter Sunday. We're breezy as well. High temp 82 on a mostly cloudy day on Easter Sunday. And a closer look at just Easter. And it didn't quite fit, but I wrote it anyway. Rain chance in the evening at 60%. I think before that, rain chances are lower. It will be breezy, southeast wind at 15 to 20, but perhaps the Easter egg hunts in the morning and even at noon may not have to battle much in the way of a rain chance. A stray shower can't be ruled out. There is a weather system moving in and there is a rain chance. Now, a lot of folks go to the beach. Galveston, Easter Sunday, it's a tradition for a lot of families. Heads up. Red flags are flying, and this is because that south wind that we've been feeling the past couple of days, and especially on Friday and Saturday, will be gusting out of the south to 25. What that's going to do is push the waves up onto the shore. They swish back out into the Gulf, and that can create a higher rip current threat. So the rip current threat is increased this weekend. Make sure you're swimming next to lifeguard stands so they can keep an eye on you, and away from rocks and jetties. To stay away from those rock jetties. That's where the currents are most likely to form. Stay away from piers. And if you're an inexperienced swimmer, I really wouldn't go in over your knees or even your ankles, the little ones. Don't let them go out there because the wave action is really going to be washing machine-like. Here are the wind gust forecasts. This is Saturday morning. Southeast already gusting to 20 in Galveston, 22 at Hobby, Angleton 22, Bay City gusting to 23 just a little after sunrise. And then by the afternoon, southeast wind does increase, gusting 20 to 25 across the board by Saturday afternoon. And again, that onshore flow is what gets the waves going and pushes them up on the beach, and that water swooshes out, and that can create that rip current threat. Waves 5 to 7 feet on Saturday in the nearshore waters. They're 4 to 6 right now. And the wave action out here is quite active. You need to be an experienced swimmer to go out there. Water temp is 77, so the water temperature is fairly comfortable in Galveston as we go into the weekend. Pleasure Pier's doing its thing. Look at all the folks on Seawall Boulevard. It's such a great place to spend an Easter weekend down in Galveston. 79 in Galveston on this Friday evening. Hobby 81, Tomball's 84, Sugar Land is 82. Huntsville at 83. Really feels like late spring, right, with the humidity from that southeast breeze and temps in the 80s today, and that's what it will be like for most of the weekend. These are current wind gusts Friday evening, gusting to almost 30 At Hobby here at a little bit after 6:30. Brenham, a gust to 24. College Station, a gust out of the south to 29 miles an hour. So we're going into Friday evening, staying breezy, and will stay that way. As far as the evening for Friday, your plans, no surprises weather-wise. I do expect it to be mostly cloudy, but no rain, breezy, mild, temps still in the upper 70s by 9, 10 o'clock, mid-70s as we head into the overnight. And when it's humid like this, temperatures just don't drop much overnight. That breeze and the humidity keeps temps very, very moderate and mild overnight. We'll have lows in the mid to low 70s. Now, on Saturday, as our storm system rolls in from the west, the one that's going to give us the rain chance Sunday, it does create a severe weather threat, but not here in Houston on Saturday. Abilene to Wichita Falls to Oklahoma City and then up into the mid-Mississippi Valley. That's where the severe weather threat is greatest on Saturday. We don't have a threat tomorrow. I don't expect to see much in the way of rain chances tomorrow, let alone a severe threat. So Saturday is breezy, warm, humid, but not stormy. As we head into Sunday and this storm system rolls in, it will create a severe weather threat, but really not here. It's further north. Texarkana, Shreveport, and then up into Arkansas and the Central Plains get a chance for a severe storm on Easter Sunday. We really don't. Now, we do have a chance for a stronger thunderstorm, and I think this will be in the evening, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock Sunday evening. It's a 1 out of a 5-tiered scale for a severe threat, says the Storm Prediction Center. Really from Spring Creek to Conroe to Huntsville to Livingston, you guys have a chance of seeing a stronger thunderstorm. We'll look at that on the high-res models here in just a moment. This is the big picture. Sunday, 2:30 in the morning. So you're probably asleep Saturday night as the storm system dumps heavy rain and creates a severe threat out here as we head into Saturday night and early Sunday morning. And then it rolls into central Texas. Now, this is Sunday at 8:30 in the morning. Most of the bad weather is still in central Texas. This is a lower res model, so it's painting some scattered showers here Sunday morning, but really it's catching on to the very high humidity values. I don't think there's going to be that much rain here Sunday morning. There is a chance, but it's not a washout everywhere Saturday morning. That will be here in central Texas on the I-35 corridor. It's Sunday late afternoon and evening. That's 6 p.m. when the actual surface front gets closer to us. That will have a better chance for seeing widespread scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. That's the broad brush. Here's the high-res model on this whole thing for the weekend. 6 a.m. Saturday morning, really just mostly cloudy, breezy, and mild, 73. We go into Saturday afternoon, and it stays that way. Cloudy, breezy, mild, very humid, south breeze coming off the Gulf gusting 20-25, 83. An isolated shower is possible Saturday, especially northern counties, Brenham to Bryan to Beat Eyes to Huntsville, but that's about it. So it's a fairly quiet Saturday, breezy, warm, and humid. We go into Sunday morning. That's not bad. Yes, there is a little slight chance for a scattered shower Sunday morning at 7 a.m., but it's not a washout everywhere. Sure, some Easter egg hunts may have a shower on Sunday morning, but not everybody. We go into noon on Sunday. A scattered shower is possible, but the model's not overdoing it at all for noon on Sunday. It's really not until we get into later afternoon. That's 4 o'clock. And so at this time, there will be a better chance for these showers to be popping up as the front pushes in. Even down in our southern counties, a shower popping up near Angleton by 4 p.m. We'll go into Sunday, 8 p.m. And this is when, remember we looked at the severe threat for Sunday evening on Easter Sunday? Up in here, there could be a stronger thunderstorm. I think small hail and a gust of wind is the biggest severe threat up here, Woodlands to Huntsville to Livingston, as we head into Sunday evening. But it may end up being that most folks from Houston South just get a breezy and warm Easter. Allergy index. Things are improving. In fact, today in Houston, Friday, oak was down to 18, making the tree pollen count moderate. When was the last time we saw the tree pollen count down at moderate? I hope your allergy symptoms are feeling better. There's a little pecan. Grass is high. Weed is moderate. We mentioned the humidity, and you can feel it, and it will continue to increase as that flow comes up off the Gulf of Mexico through the day on Saturday. Breezy conditions and getting quite humid out there. And dew points in the 60s, climb into the 70s next week. A sure sign that late spring and early summer is right around the corner. That's what, this humidity keeps us looking young, keeps our skin moisturized, but it does make us sweat a little bit. So rain chances not over the top over the weekend, but I want to point this out. Going into next week, by Wednesday, we could have rain totals that are getting up toward 2 to 4 inches, and that's because Wednesday of next week, that will be our next more widespread rain chance. Longer term, April 26th to May 2nd, so the end of April into May, temps looking above normal. And as far as the rain outlook, it's near to a little bit above normal for Texas and Houston, the end of April into the first part of May. As far as our drought conditions go, we're not in drought in Harris County. You can see that drought conditions are much worse further west as you get out toward San Antonio and west of the I-35 corridor. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy, 70s. As you get up on Saturday morning, breezy, humid, mild. And then Saturday, a high of 86 with a 20% chance for a stray shower. For the most part, Saturday is just warm, humid, breezy, and mostly cloudy. It's a nice Saturday. And then as we look at the 7-day, there's Sunday. And as I mentioned, that 60% chance for storms on Sunday, Easter, is mostly in the late afternoon and evening, maybe even after sunset. And then we go into this more active weather pattern, a chance for a scattered shower or isolated thunder shower again on Monday, again on Tuesday. And I pointed out Wednesday. Wednesday looks like a more widespread rain event across the Houston and Southeast Texas area. So that's a day where if you have plans, it may be most of the day that we get wet on next Wednesday. Keeping rain chances at 30% Thursday, 30% Friday. Temperatures stay spring-like for sure. And the humidity stays up Houston style for sure. All right, gang, that's where we stand. Have a great weekend, everybody.